student. That time, though, Brianna Jackson scoring over Gillespie.
Jackson's had incredible shoes to fill when you're trying to fill the preseason player of the year in the conference in Beatrice Montpremier, but she's done a good job, and Coach Meyer seems to be pleased, at least in the interim, with what they've been able to produce as Jackson pulls down a rebound there. Up the floor, Destiny Harden in the open court, the 6-foot redshirt sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois.
Miami wants this to be a more up-tempo game. You see now they want to be able to set their full court pressure up. I thought they did a really good job of affecting Florida State, especially in the second half. The last time these two teams met, really forced Florida State into some turnovers, using their full court pressure to create offense for themselves.
Ekhomu has her shot blocked. It goes to Gillespie, knocked away. Active hands in the passing lane here, and finally a 3-second violation is called on Kaya Gillespie.
So now River Baldwin is checking in, so keep an eye on Kaya Gillespie. Look for her to step outside of the lane a little bit more now that she's got Baldwin anchoring her down low. The first 3 minutes of this game, Kaya Gillespie really took the opportunity to get settled down low, and that's where she was working from, that paint area. But she's capable from the outside and can create mismatches.
Sammy Puisis also checking into the game, shooting guard number 2 for Florida State. Seminoles in a zone against Miami. Trying the pass down low, knocked away by Gillespie.
Really difficult pass to make that high through the heart of a zone, which is clogging the paint. Important to keep the ball moving, and that high post area right around the ACC logo is where you can break a zone down by getting the ball into that space.
Kelsey Marshall taking it out underneath, 8 on the shot clock. Micaiah Gray setting up the offense, 3 left to go. The shot from Marshall off the mark. Gillespie for the rebound, knocked away, but finally regained possession by Nicki ekhomu. Quickly up the floor, Naja Woolfolk blows by a defender, gets fouled. It's going to be on Kelsey Marshall. Neither team really off to a hot start from the floor. Florida State 1 for 4, Miami 2 for 5.
Can tell both teams still trying to sort of establish the pace of this game.
ekhomu with the free throw line gives to Woolfolk a wide open look at 3, no good. Good rebound by Bree Jackson.
As Miami hedges that screen, that backside rotation has to be quicker to rotate.
It's a hard foul, Naja Woolfolk, but she's the one on the receiving end of this, it looks like.
Well, Woolfolk's getting up.
Oh, the ankle there.
Yeah, trying to block Marshall. See her, you can't see it in that frame, it's her right foot, that right ankle that looks like it bends, falling down on the floor. The area that the trainers seem to be working on right now. I can tell you from experience, if ankle is the area she's injured, it is one of the most excruciating things when you initially hurt it, but thankfully and hopefully something that you can walk back from. But you can tell Woolfolk in a lot of pain right now as she's being helped off the court.
5'9" senior from Fort Valley, Georgia, second on the team, averaging just over 15 points a game and 5.5 rebounds a game as well. And she'll be helped into the locker room. That's a big loss, at least momentarily, for the Seminoles. Keep an eye on that later on in this one. Marshall misses the second one at the line. Welcome in, everybody watching the Wake Forest and Virginia game. Virginia winning by 2 in an overtime game here in Florida State. A big 3 knocked down by Kaya Gillespie, and the Seminoles take a 7-4 lead over their in-state rival Miami.
I really like Kai Gillespie. When she's got another post player in there with her and she can step out and play on the wing a little bit more, she really stretches the defense. And there's a big answer by Gray with a triple.
This game got off to a slow start. Now back-to-back threes with 5 minutes left to go. This one from way downtown off the front iron. Back the other way go the Hurricanes. Destiny Harden kicks to the outside. Gray from the wing. No good, and Gillespie gets the air ball.
You know what, Coach Meyer's not going to be too disappointed, though, with that shot. They're okay with taking earlier shots in the shot clock. Miami, not necessarily a team that is going to slow it down and run in the half-court offense. They're okay with taking those quicker shots in the shot clock if you've got the right people taking the right shots.
Couple of subs waiting to check into this game for both sides. Gillespie on the post, the step back, got it.
Well, she's got that height advantage over Destiny Harden, listed at 6 foot, and Kai Gillespie a couple inches taller than that. Good read down low. 7
points for Kaya Gillespie already in this one. 7 of the 9 for the Seminoles. In the corner, shot from Kelsey Marshall, no good. Sammy Puisis with a good box out. Tried the pass down low to River Baldwin, knocked away. Miami in the break now. Gray in the corner, the shot off the mark from Harden.
Yeah, you see, those are transition opportunities that you're okay with. These are those little shots that you're getting good looks. You just got to see the ball go through the rim.
Nicki ekhomu fouled there on the check from Destiny Harden. Kaya Gillespie has gotten the scoring started, scoring 7 of the 9 points for the Seminoles early on in this one. 3:32 left to go here in the first quarter.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Gillespie, take a look at her shot chart. There are no missed shots for Kaya so far in this one, leading the way with 9 points.
Yeah, really good balance. She's a 3-level scorer. You saw a couple of buckets in the paint, a short jumper, and then a triple from behind the arc. And Kaya Gillespie knocked down 4 3-pointers the last time these two teams met. Very capable scorer, really stretches the defense.
Gillespie 4 for 4. The rest of the team 2 for 11 from the floor. River Baldwin gets fouled there at midcourt.
Now Baldwin as a freshman will continue to learn, and you get better the more you face pressure, but I think she needs to get rid of that ball a little more quickly. She's got guards around her. Guards need to make themselves available coming to the ball, but sometimes I think she can hold on to it a little bit too long.
Ball down low to Valencia. Myers has it stripped away. Another turnover for Florida State. That's the 4th. Down low, Sydney Roby with her first shot of the game on the post off the front iron.
Boy, Miami has gotten some good looks and really just struggling to score.
A hard foul there. River Baldwin hit the deck hard in transition.
Pass ahead up to Baldwin. Boy, how about Roby, who had just taken a shot at the other end of the floor, hustling back with a tough foul.
River Baldwin had a fantastic game the last time out for the Seminoles over Wake Forest.
Both Baldwin and Myers came off of the bench against Wake Forest, and I thought they did a really good job in the post, bringing a spark into the game.
Missed the second one. Yeah, she had 12 points, all of which came in that second half of the game against Wake, which, by the way, was a really close gameplay between these two. That one knocked down from Kelsey Marshall for 3.
Florida State had a 21-point lead in that game, and then Wake Forest, who is a much better team this year than a season ago. Ivana Ratza, career-high 27 points for her in that game. They came back and pulled it to within 5. Actually got to within 3, but Florida State holding on to that game. And again, I think Myers and River Baldwin off the bench were a key factor for that win in the second half.
Kaya Gillespie checking back into the game, leading scorer for the Seminoles. River Baldwin will head to the bench as Woolfolk goes to the line for 2. Gets the first to go. Hey, Wednesday night, after Wake Forest, Notre Dame will take you to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts for number 6 Louisville taking on Boston College. 9 p.m. Eastern right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Woolfolk misses the second one, rebounded by the Canes. From the elbow, Harden. Destiny Harden, the transfer from West Virginia University.
Really good action. You set a down screen, and then you bring Harden up and flash her to the high post from the other side of the court for an open jumper.
Woolfolk fakes the shot baseline. This drive for the senior out of Fort Valley, Georgia. Foul on the other end. It's going to be on Courtney Weber, her first.
See Roby and Jackson subbing in and out for each other. We talk about Montpelier missing these games. Jackson and Roby are 2 players, again, freshmen, that really have gotten a lot of those minutes picked up. Coach Myers saying she thought Roby was going to be that player that, Sidi Baba was the player that could really step in for Montpelier, another freshman that has had to step up. But you got a lot of these younger players on this team that have had to grow up a little quicker than the traditional freshmen.
Brianna Jackson, the nice put up there. Big reason why the Canes won their most recent game over Clemson. Had 10 points, 5 rebounds on Thursday night. Nice trap from Miami there, and a backcourt violation. It's about as good as you can script it for the Hurricanes in that press. 5th turnover for Florida State.
Miami sends active, aggressive, quick trapping. And they've done a really good job. You see them now getting some opportunities off of their defensive pressure now, giving more chances on the offensive end of the floor.
Hurricanes 3 of their last 3 from the floor. Trailed by 8 at the first quarter break. Now trailed by 3, and now it's a tie ball game.
Really important for Kelsey Marshall to bring some offense this afternoon. She only had 3 points the first time these two teams played, and that's one of the juniors in that class that needs to be consistent.
Ekhomu from the corner for 3. Preseason All-ACC selection this year, averaging 13.8. Sammy Puisis with a foul there on India Banks. Her first foul on Puisis. Head coach Katie Meyer there. 15th season has guided her team to 10 consecutive postseason appearances, 5 straight NCAA appearances in the last 5 years. Jackson doing work on the post. Got by River Baldwin pretty easily, but couldn't finish.
Miami has had opportunities. 13th in the league right now in the ACC, in ACC games in scoring. Miami just averaging 59 points per game. Again, with Montpelier out, they've had to look to other players to step up, so they're struggling to score, but you're seeing the opportunities come. It's just a matter of Miami finishing some of these shots.
Second 3-second violation of the game for Florida State so far. It's an interesting point, too, because Beatrice Montpremier has been out. You asked a great question today, I thought, to Coach Meyer. How has the team kind of reacted confidence-wise? Because you go into the season and you know that you're going to get 20 points a game from your best player, but when that goes out the window, how does your team respond? And she said that they've kind of learned that, you know, they have to do this on themselves. You can't rely on a player that is injured.
And I think initially they just thought it would be 1 or 2 games you had to get by with some players playing some different roles, and then she would be back. And as the injury has continued to linger now, the 7th straight game she's missed, this is really a group that has beginning to get more comfortable without her. And Coach Meyer reinventing the team, playing smaller ball as we've talked about, and players kind of getting comfortable. The interesting thing will be when Montpelier does come back, and they're certainly hopeful that she will at some point soon, what will that look like? Because now you've got a team that's been playing for 7 straight games and getting more comfortable in their roles. You insert her back, and not only is she needing to get comfortable, the pieces around her are having to get comfortable as well. So I know they certainly are excited to get her back. I'm excited and anxious to see what that will look like as Coach Meyer makes that transition when she does return.
Count the bucket, the and one for Nicki ekhomu. Florida State building back up their lead. How about this play?
Ekhomu just so good when she can get into the paint past the first level of defense. Terrific ball handler. Moved into the point guard position a season ago, and you can just see the confidence that she has in that spot.
Second foul on Destiny Harden for the Canes. And the and one opportunity goes to waste for ekhomu, but an 8-point lead for the Seminoles now on a 6-0 run over the last minute and a half. Foul on River Baldwin on the post.
That's a good call. You saw the little shove from behind, displacing Jackson.
First foul on River Baldwin. She'll check out. Valencia Myers back into the game. Looking for somebody on the inbound. Find Jackson. Marshall gets the ball back. That shot no good. Rebounded from Myers. Miami crawled back to tie the game up 22-all, and then Florida State went on an 8-0 run to make it 30-22 over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Marshall stepping back from the elbow. No good. Jackson struggling for the rebound. Whistle blows underneath the basket. I believe that's going to be on Florida State and Valencia Myers. Couple of threes for Florida State. Nicki Ekhomu there knocks one down. She's got 7 today. And then Courtney Weber continuing the 3 for Florida State as well. 30-22.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
State. Miami goes to the free throw line, misses both, and then gives up a 3 and a foul. And so you're down 14 instead of what could have only been 8.
Yeah, and again, you finished 1 of your last 10 from the floor. It was not really a great shooting performance, and you look at the keys to this game and keep the tempo and make good decisions were 2 of those that you had.
Yeah, we talked about the tempo, and I think that if Miami can find easier ways to score, they'll be able to set up their full court pressure. And then making good decisions, as we talked about. This is a system based on reads and reactions, and they need to do a better job making some of those reads and decisions. And then for Florida State, control the boards, which they've done a good job of so far. And then handling the pressure, which, again, I thought they've done a pretty good job. The times that Miami has set up their pressure, Florida State has really settled down into it.
And again, the fact that Miami had 7 turnovers, but only 3 points off those turnovers certainly did not help. That's not going to help as well. Weber underneath, adding to the lead for Florida State to start this 3rd quarter.
Quickly, Florida State finds a high percentage shot behind the back line of that Miami defense.
That one up and in for Kelsey Marshall. She's had a good game for Miami, 11 points, 4 for 10 from the field. Eight seconds left to go for Nasha Wolfbook. Gives to Nicki Ekhomu for 3. No good, and the rebound for Miami. Gray has it stripped, and Gillespie up with the ball.
Great idea by Gray, trying to push the pace, but loses the handle. See Miami now back into a man-to-man. We've seen them show some 2-3 zone and settling back into man-to-man.
Nicki Ekhomu with 4 on the shot clock. Has it knocked around. Wolfbook at the free throw line with a floater.
Wow. One of the most frustrating things on the defensive end when you play 29 seconds of good defense and then give up a shot all for nothing in the last second. Good job to stick with it for Florida State.
44-28. This game is getting away from Miami very quickly to start this 3rd quarter. Longest lead of the game.
Florida State was up 18 points when they played on Miami's home floor in the 3rd quarter, and Miami strung together a huge run. But really it was that full court pressure and that tempo that led Miami on that run in the 2nd half.
On a more somber note, we did get word earlier in confirming that basketball legend Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash earlier today in Los Angeles. That is confirmed by our sources at ESPN. An incredibly tragic loss, and really don't really have words for something that tragic right now, but it's really tough to comprehend something like that. And obviously Kobe in the news recently with LeBron James passing him on the all-time scoring list, but somebody who transcended the game of basketball for generations. Timeout called here on Miami. 46-28, more to come from Tallahassee next.
This week only, large 2-topping pizzas at Domino's are only $5.99 each when you carry out. That's why we had to bring in the big guns.
Dennis Strand, Domino's 4-time world's fastest pizza maker.
Carry out any large 2-topping pizza for $5.99 this week only.
Wednesday night after Wake Forest, Notre Dame will take you to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts for number 6 Louisville, taking on Boston College, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. The Cardinals have won 6 of 7 against the Eagles, with BC winning the last meeting between the two in February of last year. Again, all on the ACC Network. 46-28, Florida State leading at home here against Miami. And the number 14 team in the nation showing why they are a top 15 team so far this afternoon. Ball knocked out of bounds, going to stay with the Hurricanes. You talked about Kaya Gillespie earlier, Chelsea, and the fact that she went a long time without a shot, 16 minutes in all, but Florida State outscored Miami during that time 33-11 too, so they were able to find some other scoring opportunities when Kaya wasn't on.
Absolutely, which is encouraging if you're Sue Semrau. Those pieces that you have around her are so important. And when you talk about the postseason and making deep runs, as Miami knocks down a big shot, that'll be important because as teams are able to focus in on Kaya Gillespie specifically, who else can step up? And you've seen that consistency show for Florida State in this matchup.
Morgan Jones has it taken away. Back the other way quickly goes Micaiah Gray, coast to coast. No good. Gets her own rebound. And gives it back out. Second chance coming for Miami here.
Miami hasn't had many second chance opportunities. That's a big rebound.
Gray again drives, gets knocked this time, and will go to the line for two.
Out of that timeout, how about a little energy for Miami? Again, down 18 the last time these two teams met, and they clawed their way back. Capable team of putting a run together and can be dangerous.
First foul on Nicki ekhomu. Micaiah Gray, 5 points today, just 2 for 6 in the field, rattles one home from the free throw line, but she has really stepped it up in ACC play, averaging 15.5 per game. That's good for 10th in the conference. Has scored in double digits, 11 of the last 12, 4 straight 15 or more scoring games. This is the second one. Back to within 15 for the Canes. Woolfolk finds Valencia Myers just inside the three-point line. That one nowhere close.
Yeah, Miami's fine with her taking that shot. You saw Brianna Jackson digging down to help on Kaya Gillespie off Myers because they were willing to give up that shot. Not the highest percentage shot for Myers.
Gray steps back, got it. Micaiah Gray adding some much-needed emotion and tenacity to this Hurricane offense.
You see the full court pressure, and it's going to become even more aggressive now on this little run.
A 13-point deficit now with 5:15 left to go in the third quarter.
Even if you don't get a turnover, Miami's shaving off 10 seconds of the shot clock by the time Florida State is even able to initiate their offense in the half court.
Sammy Puisis checking into the game for Florida State. Morgan Jones to the bench. Underneath, off the hand of Myers, almost threw it away. Seminoles able to regain. 4 on the shot clock. ekhomu pulls up from the elbow, off the mark, rebounded. Gray up the floor quickly. Kelsey Marshall for 3. How about the Canes? Right back in this game, trailing by 10. An 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes, Chelsea. This is a huge shot. Marshall knocking it down, and the Canes back in it.
Fire TV Cube? Alexa, turn on the TV. Play Master Chef. Alexa, volume up. Done.
No one's heart is quite like yours. Whether it's racing or aching, skipping a beat, or caught in your throat. But when your heart needs help, your team at North Shore Cardiovascular Institute uses the latest interventional and surgical procedures to design a treatment plan just for you. Because we believe that's healthcare for what's next.
Kaya Gillespie has been having herself a game near a double-double, 10 points, 7 boards so far.
She hasn't missed. She's 5 for 5. She's a 3-level scorer, can do it from the inside, has the mid-range game, and then Can knock down the triple as well. She's a pro, and she plays like a pro. She faces up like a pro. Can put the ball on the floor, has really developed her game in Sue Semrau's system. And I think she needs to keep taking more shots. She has yet to miss, so they call that a heat check. But again, you got to appreciate her patience as multiple players now in double figures for Florida State. Offense coming in balanced fashion.
Got to look out for the Hurricanes on an 8-0 run right now. Sammy Puisis wide open for three. She doesn't miss too many of those. 6 points on the afternoon for Puisis. Quickly the other way, Marshall off the mark.
That's the primary reason Puisis is in the game.
Almost pulled the trigger again. Naja Wolflook doing work. Finds Valencia Myers underneath. And Myers gets fouled. Second foul on Breonna Jackson, the freshman out of Virginia Beach.
I think Valencia Myers and River Baldwin are two really important pieces to this puzzle. It's important that post production is there, and you need at least one of those post players to show up. Both of them coming off the bench in the last game and again today, but those are two young players that need to continue to play well and produce for their team.
Myers named to the All-ACC freshman team last year after leading the conference with 54 blocks amongst freshmen. Having another good year. 51-36, 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Trying down low to Jackson, somehow finds a lane. The ball goes out of bounds, going to stay with the Hurricanes. 5 left on the shot clock. Referee is going to get together here and make sure. Confused look on Coach Semrau's face. Now maybe getting an answer. Again, the shot clock did not reset on that shot from Jackson, which from our vantage point certainly looked like it hit the rim, but another look at it.
I think there's no question as you see the ball change direction.
So the shot clock should reset to 20. And now it finally does. So it'll be underneath for Miami as they take it out with a fresh shot clock. And already another whistle. It's going to be a foul on River Baldwin. Her second foul. Marshall trying to squeeze the ball in. Another whistle. Marshall finally finds Banks, gets the ball back, puts it back up the second time, does Jackson, and finally gets one to go.
Can never forget about the inbounder. Really good pass back by Miami and an offensive rebound.
More full court pressure for Miami. That's been there all afternoon. Puisis picks up the dribble, and Florida State able to break the press. Naja Wolflook down low. Extra pass to Baldwin. They got it tipped.
Good awareness by Gillespie to see and read the double. And then there's a good take by Kelsey Marshall. What a game she's having. 16 points now. Again, after scoring just 3 the first time these two teams met, her offense is imperative. Only player, 18 points now. Only player in double figures for Miami.
Hard foul there as Woolfolk hits the deck. Still got that rolled ankle possibly from the first quarter.
Brianna Jackson can get up, gets the ball, also gets a piece of Woolfolk.
Third foul on Jackson in this one. Naja Woolfolk adding to her total 11 points on the afternoon. 3 players in double digits for Florida State. I think that's kind of a ho-hum afternoon. A lot of players averaging 10 or more points for this team.
Yeah, the big 3, as we talked about, are that core group who average double figures, have just been consistent.
Valencia Myers, good defense there out on the perimeter. Ten on the shot clock. Kelsey Marshall looking for the open man, and a walk. Whistle blows before the shot. Too many steps for Destiny Harden. Only the fifth turnover for Miami.
Yeah, they've done a much better job of taking care of the basketball. Both of these teams had 21 turnovers apiece in the last meeting. Miami has done a better job of that.
Miami averages 17.2 turnovers a game. They've only got 5 here late in the third quarter. Seminoles get the ball at the floor. Down low to Myers. Spins up with the left hand. She gets fouled.
Boy, so physical. Showed her numbers completely. Had her defender sealed. It's a good feed inside. That is where she is most effective. That low in the paint like that.
Second foul on Muliana Sidibaba. Morgan Jones coming back into the game for the Seminoles. Woolfolk to the bench. Myers just a 63% free throw shooter on the season. Seven for 8 from the line so far today.
Next step for Myers will be continuing to grow in the area of finishing through contact. When you look at a one-on-one play like that, you get a look at the rim, trying to be able to finish through contact and the foul to get your team even more points.
Sidibaba's shot off the mark, offensive rebound, the foul underneath the basket. Going to stay with the Hurricanes. That'll be on Courtney Weber.
I love what Coach Meyer said earlier today. She said the biggest confidence building play in women's basketball is an offensive rebound putback, and her team now has done a much better job of crashing the offensive boards. They're out rebounding Florida State in that category, 7 offensive rebounds to 4, and down the stretch it's so important to get those second chance looks, but a turnover.
It was interesting too, both coaches really emphasized the importance of rebounding. And it doesn't matter if you're talking to Coach Semrau or Coach Meyer or any coach in college basketball. Nice move there for Nicki ekhomu. When you ask them how do you get some more rebounds, they always go back to the fundamentals. It's all about going back to the basics and who wants it more.
Florida State is traditionally a very, very good rebounding team, and Coach Semrau acknowledging when ACC play started, her team really dropped off in that category. Certainly Miami hanging on the boards with Montpelier out has fallen down to the bottom of the conference, but that has really been an identity of Sue Semrau's teams consistently, is the rebounding, and so she challenged her team to get back to that. They were winning through the non-conference and into the early part of the ACC, and then got a little complacent, I think, in that area. So something that Coach Semrau wants to see be consistent again, as those fundamentals really are what make the difference down the stretch.
Third foul on Kelsey Marshall. 4 turnovers this quarter alone for Miami. They had 12 possessions, so turning it over a third of the time here in this quarter.
We talked about it being a read and react system that Coach Meyer has these players playing in, and when you've got 7 newcomers, they've got 5 freshmen, they've got 2 transfers who are playing for the first time. That's a lot of new pieces, learning a system and making those decisions. So it's taken time, and then again, not to belabor the point, but with Montpelier out, it's not just learning a new system with sort of that established core of juniors and then the lone senior on the team in Montpelier. It's now having to adjust to what you were learning and falling into some new roles with her out and being asked to do things that you might not have been as comfortable doing before.
So that was going to be my follow-up point, too, is that Miami only has 1 senior on this team, and that is Beatrice Montpelier. So you will miss a lot of your scoring next year, but you're going to return a lot of these players who, oh, by the way, have now gotten more experience that she is out, unfortunately. A foul in the and 1 opportunity for India Banks.
Really good take by Banks. Elevates high up against Myers.
Two for 3 from the free throw line today for India Banks. But again, just back to that point with 22 seconds left, I think this Miami team certainly has a future. And an exciting one at that.
There's no trade-off for playing experience. The amount that these young players are getting, certainly this will be an exciting team to watch.
Florida State, a lot of teams 5-3 right now. Miami at the bottom there, 3-5. But when you look at these standings, you know, when you look at the preseason standings, you look at these standings, they're not really very similar at all.
Yeah, Miami was picked to finish 5th in the ACC, and I asked Coach Meyer about that. I was curious to hear how she had been managing her expectations as the season's gone on. They were picked as a top 25 team in the preseason polls and now have fallen out of that and fallen to the bottom of the league. And she said, honestly, I thought we would finish as a top 25 team. She was surprised that they were picked top 25 to start the year, giving the young players that they had. Certainly she was accounting for Montpelier, but Miami in a place that she thought they would not be at this point, but she's trying to learn with the pieces she has and continue to play. There's a lot of movement in that middle ground. The teams that are traditionally more in the bottom half of the league, they're better this year. And so while you could look at it as a little bit discouraging of where Miami is now, the positive spin to take on that is there's opportunities left still. Miami will have 1 more opportunity to face a top 25 opponent in NC State. But with the middle of the pack so open, every game really matters down the stretch.
It's just so tight there in the middle there of the standings. And it certainly could be anyone's game to finish 3rd or 4th in the conference this year.
North Carolina, NC State will be an intriguing matchup.
Sure will.
Later this evening. Again, North Carolina giving NC State their only conference loss. And on the home floor of NC State, 2 really good teams. North Carolina, all 5 of their starters averaging double figures. They can be hard to game plan for because how many options you have.
A turnover and then an air ball fired up by Micaiah Gray. Well, that would have changed some things there if she could have knocked that down. It just seems every time Miami gets a crucial bucket, Florida State's there to answer. Sammy Puisis back in the game for Courtney Weber. More full court pressure, and this time results in a foul on the full court press. It's on Destiny Harden for Miami. Her 3rd foul. Head coach Katie Meyer, 15th season at Miami, and Coach Sue Semrau, 2 of the premier coaches, not only in the conference but in college basketball, battling it out here. Bad pass there, stolen away by Micaiah Gray. Gray trying to dump it down. Ends up in the hands of Banks for 3. That one nowhere close.
You saw Banks running for it. The shooter knows more than anyone on the floor where the ball's going, and that's a huge turnover. Back-to-back turnovers now, but Miami has to capitalize. You're starting to run out of time, and you'd figure you really want to try to have this game to a single-digit lead if you can by the media timeout.
Florida State has turned the ball over in all 4 possessions here in the fourth quarter. Total of 13 turnovers in the game. Right around their average for a game, 13.8 for the Seminoles. Gray to the lane. A lot of contact there. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow points to the Hurricanes. Coach Semrau screaming, watch the back screen. There it is. Micaiah Gray. It's fouled as she goes up.
Micaiah Gray, 3 for 10 from the floor. She's got 8 points, but has done a really good job of just getting to the rim. Tacking off the bounce into a lot of traffic.
Coming off a 16.6 assist game in the win over Clemson. Micaiah Gray's got 10 so far in this one. (59-45).
How about that? River Baldwin on the line, out of bounds. I mean, Miami is getting opportunities.
Sure are, yeah.
And I think that's a good use of the timeout by Coach Semrau.
Coach Semrau certainly can't be happy. Lots of turnovers early for Florida State. Miami with a chance.
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
Free 2-hour grocery delivery, now with Prime.
And Doug.
And now for their service to the community, we present Limu Emu and Doug with this key to the city.
It's an honor to tell you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And now, we need to get back to work.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, coming up next, women's basketball rolls on with number 5 Louisville hosting Pittsburgh at the KFC Yum Center right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Take a look at Dana Evans and what she has done this year. Remarkable in the top 10 most offensive categories. 19.2 points per game, second in the ACC. This is a Louisville team, Chelsea, that certainly could go unbeaten the rest of the way. Unbeaten 8-0 in ACC play so far.
Yeah, they've got depth. They play with great tempo. They have a lot of options. And if they're going to get beat, I think it's going to happen in a stretch upcoming in their schedule. They've got Florida State soon. They've got Syracuse. They're at Syracuse on the road. You can see their schedule there. And so Notre Dame, we know they're down this year, but it'll be interesting to see. Florida State 2 years ago handed Louisville their first loss of the season when they had been going undefeated, and Jeff Walz said he didn't think they would go undefeated, and so they're entering a stretch that it could happen. The team in the league that has the target on their back. They'll play the women's national team on February 2nd as well. I'm sure Jeff Walz probably is appreciative that that is going to be a good challenge for them amidst the ACC play.
Wonder how they'll do on the floor. They're incredibly athletic. 59-47, 7:13 left to go in the game. Kaya Gillespie with a shot, gets the roll, and the foul. Kaya Gillespie just can't really miss today.
Yeah, 6 for 7. Hasn't taken as many shots as she averages, but she hasn't needed to. And what a friendly roll. You see her able to put the ball on the floor. Little shimmy, shimmy. And one.
2 rebounds shy of a double-double. Has 7 double-doubles so far this year to lead the team. Has 25 for her career. And I guess another question, too, for Florida State is, you know, obviously you're going to look to the postseason this year, but this is a team that's going to lose a lot of players next year, especially in the big three. Nicki ekhomu, Naja Wolfhoek, and Kaya Gillespie, all seniors that are leaving this team next year. So this is going to be the year to make it if you're Florida State and if you're a Seminole fan. There's a 3 knocked down by Kelsey Marshall.
Another triple. She's got 5 threes for the game, Ms. Marshall. And now Miami able to set up their full court pressure.
21 points for Marshall.
To finish that point, though, Florida State will get some transfers and players that have had injuries coming back, though, next season. Bianca Jackson, the transfer from South Carolina, will be eligible. Isabella Nicoletti, who was their true point guard, that they were expecting her. She's out with an injury this year that she sustained in the offseason. She'll be back. Savannah Wilkinson, a junior, and then Stacey Lassiter also out with a knee injury. So they'll have some pieces. Again, they'll be players that hadn't played this season, so we'll have to learn some things, but they sure are losing a big group in that big three.
4th foul on Kelsey Marshall, the leading scorer for the Hurricanes with 21 points. That's too easy for Kaya Gillespie right there.
Really good call, out of bounds play, and a good read. Huge mismatch, and good job by Gillespie to catch that and finish in the air.
Marshall fade away from the baseline, in and out. Knocked out of bounds and a foul. Jameer Houston running right into Nicki ekhomu.
I think that was unintentional, as Houston just trying to go for the basketball.
First foul on Jameer Houston this afternoon. Marshall will check out number 4 fouls on her, the leading scorer. Iggy Allen checking into the game, transferred from Mississippi State. 4 team fouls already, too, for Miami. Almost thrown away. ekhomu athletically brings it down. Wolfhoek driving the paint, has it stuffed. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Seminoles with 3 on the shot clock.
Wolfhoek turns the corner hard. Good block, though, by Jackson.
Two on the shot clock, fadeaway jumper for ekhomu, and an offensive rebound for Gillespie. Knocked out of bounds, and the Seminoles maintain possession. Looking for somebody to get the ball to, find Gillespie. Gillespie on the post, tries an up and under, gives to ekhomu. 10 on the shot clock.
Watch Gillespie just reposting, and there's the double team.
Ball stolen away by Miami. Quickly up the floor, up and in for Houston. That was all Micaiah Gray there in on the double team. Stole that one away from Gillespie.
Usually Gillespie quick to pass out of that double team. She's got really good court awareness, but that was a good trap set by Miami.
A travel violation on Naja Wolfolk. 15 turnovers for the Seminoles this afternoon in total. 6 alone in this fourth quarter. It has not been a lack of opportunities for Miami to come back in this game, but they've only got 9 points off of those 15 turnovers.
Miami has gotten shots at the rim, and they've had the right people taking the right shots in many of these possessions, but they haven't been able to finish.
Jackson gets fouled going up. ekhomu not happy with the call.
Free throws a key factor too. Miami 4 for 11, and that's where you've got to make your free throws. That's another statistical category you can circle on the box score that is the difference in this game.
Third foul on Nicki ekhomu, senior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois.
It's a if Miami had been perfect from the free throw line, it would be a 2-possession game right now.
Jackson knocks one down. We mentioned the blocks too. A career high 5 blocks for Breonna Jackson in this game.
So 10-point lead now, and it really has felt like every time they've reached this point, Florida State has gone on a run. Florida State's really kept them at bay sort of once they hit that 10-point mark. So can Miami string together another stop here and try to get this thing to single digits? We said it, by the media timeout.
That one's stolen away by Gray. Banks down low to Houston. A scrum for the ball underneath the basket, rolls to the corner, and a timeout called by Coach Meyer, who was fired up that she got the timeout call in there. A 10-point game, Miami hanging around with 4:55 left to go.
I've always been running to meetings, errands. Now I'm running for me. I've always dreamed of seeing the world, but I'm not chasing my dream anymore. I made a financial plan to live it every day.
There was a dream. One day I could see it.
At Northwestern Mutual, our version of financial planning helps you live your dreams today. Find a Northwestern Mutual advisor at nm.com.
Wasn't me, baby. No, it wasn't me, baby. Baby, wasn't me. Must have been some other body. Baby, wasn't me.
Free 2-hour grocery delivery. Now with Prime.
Lots of turnovers for Florida State have resulted in lots of possessions for Miami here in this fourth quarter. 10 possessions, 7 turnovers. Kaya Gillespie, unfortunately, has 7 of those turnovers. That's a season high.
Kaya Gillespie sat some on the bench in their game last time that Miami and Florida State played because she struggled to turn the basketball over against the pressure.
Gray shot blocked, possession arrow points to the Seminoles.
Coach Meyer just so positive on the sideline, giving a thumbs up and clapping, saying it's a good look. That was the play that they drew up and keeping her players positive.
Foul on Iggy Allen. Trying to defend the inbound. It's going to be some free throws coming as we're in the bonus. Five-team fouls with 4:51 left to go. A lot of time and a lot of chances for Florida State to hit the free throw line. As a team, a 70% free throw shooting team, ranks 5th in the conference. Stoppage of play here. I'm not sure what it's for. I see. It looked like the possession arrow didn't turn over. It should be pointing towards Miami, and it is. It's kind of interesting. It's taken an extended period of time, but
well, they called a jump ball to Miami, or excuse me, to Florida State, and
right.
then on the inbound, Florida State was fouled.
Right.
So
that shouldn't change anything. Should still. Interesting. So now it's pointing to Florida State.
Kelsey Marshall getting a lengthy explanation over there from the official.
Nonetheless, Nicki ekhomu with one free throw left. And she knocks both of them down. 12-point lead for the Seminoles here. Great shot off the mark, foul.
You could see Brianna Jackson set the high screen for Micaiah Gray. I thought that was a little bit of an off-balance shot for Gray. She has such a great ability to elevate on her shot, but that one didn't seem quite as in rhythm, and it was a highly contested shot. Gray so capable off the bounce. You'd like to see her try to get all the way into the paint and either draw a foul, or if she sucks that defense in, look for a player to kick to.
2 shots for Naja Woolfolk, the first one off the back iron. 12 points, 4 for 8 from the field. Goes 1 for 2. Miami in desperate need of some points, down to 4:35 left to go in this game. Shot from India Banks misses, tries to save it, steps out of bounds. So it'll be Florida State ball. Iggy Allen back in the game. When you look at this Florida State team, Chelsea, and you see the struggles they've had maybe in the ACC so far this year, do you foresee this as a team that can make a deep run in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, this is a team that's been knocking on the door of the Final Four and has been consistently to the postseason. Certainly playing some good competition in the ACC. We talked about that game against Syracuse, last second shot, and I think they will go deep in the ACC and then have a good run in the NCAA tournament. They've got the pieces. They're a veteran group. I think again with that post play of Baldwin and Myers, as that continues to be established even more, will be an important key as Florida State looks to make a push.
Florida State picked to finish third in the ACC preseason polls behind Louisville and NC State. Again, set a new program record, winning 13 straight games to open up this season.
Important for Florida State, as you had mentioned too, is the fundamentals. Is when you're making a deep run, you've got to do the little things well, and so rebounding and taking care of the basketball, things that at times when Florida State has been challenged in the league, it's because they've gotten away from those things. And if they can continue to stay focused on those aspects of the game, that's when they're playing their best.
Sammy Puisis back in the game for the Seminoles. Ball tipped. Naja Woolfolk gets possession. On the baseline, Gillespie. Nothing but net. Kaya Gillespie leading the way.
Really good find. Miami scrambling. They're running and jumping, getting hands and active in the passing lane. And as you're scrambling, good job to find Gillespie in a gap.
Down low to Jackson. Nice pass by Destiny Harden. A timeout called by Coach Katie Meyer and Miami. Still a 13-point deficit. Long way to go for Miami.
This is where you'll look to see Florida State be a little more timely in the half court. No need to rush. You want to manage the clock and score. The clock is in your favor, and so Florida State should be looking to run half court sets all the way through. No need to rush shots. You'll see Miami probably throwing some trapping and scrambling. This is where Florida State needs to stay poised. And then on the other end, if you're Miami, we know that they like to take quick and early shots, and those are not bad shots for Miami, but you want to make sure you're getting the highest percentage look that you can, and then you have to send people to the glass trying to get second chance opportunities.
That one thrown away on the inbounds. Banks gives to Gray for three. Off the mark, and the rebound by Allen.
I think Florida State needs somebody else taking the ball out of bounds. Kaya Gillespie has struggled inbounding the pass. She's had multiple turnovers now because of this Miami pressure.
Two shots coming for River Baldwin. Foul is going to be on Micaiah Gray. Foul trouble, certainly something to keep an eye on as well.
8 turnovers now for Kaya Gillespie. As here's the last take by Gray. Again, a really good shot at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize, and then gets in there for the foul.
Three players with 4 fouls. Destiny Harden's got 4, Marshall has 4, and Jackson has 4 as well. Marshall and Jackson, the leading scorers for Miami in this game. River Baldwin 2 for 2 from the line. Harden driving, puts it up, the right hand, no good. Gillespie with the rebound. Kaya Gillespie 1 rebound shy of a double-double this afternoon. Eight on the shot clock. River Baldwin gives to ekhomu. Got to get a shot off. They do, and it rattles in.
Oh, fist pump by Sue Semrau. That's exactly what you want. You want to run the clock all the way down to 29 seconds and get the score. And then they give up an and one on the other end.
Micaiah Gray has added some fierceness and tenacity to Miami. Really one of the players that's charged this offense.
Gets to the rim, has been a huge spark and really anchor for this Miami team, part of that junior class. She's a scorer, she spaces the floor, as a defender as well. Miami really has had chances in this game. I think you go back and watch this game film and you'll be able to mark off a lot of shots that were really good looks that Miami just didn't finish.
From the corner, Naja Wolflook for 3. Wide open, Naja Wolflook with 15 points. 5 for 9 from the field. Foul offensively on Allen. Ball going to Florida State. Now back to your point too, it seems like whenever Miami is able to rally or cut the lead to 10 or 11, then Florida State goes on a run. It was 46-36, and then Florida State won an 11-4 run. 51-40, 6-0 run for Florida State. 64-54 the score, a 9-0 run for Florida State. They've just been able to rattle off and just stick with Miami whenever they've been able to chop away at the lead.
Now, when it's a game of runs, you know the opposing team's going to make those runs, but it's shown good discipline and poise by Florida State to not get rattled.
Shot in the corner from Marshall. Gets her own rebound, throws it off her own player.
for Miami. We talked about it. No top 25 win on their resume as they struggle to get themselves even just into the middle of the pack in the ACC. But they, as of now, only have one more chance against a top 25 team when they will face NC State. Again, the last time Miami did not have a top 25 win on their season was the 08-09 season when they did not make postseason. So you're seeing what could be the importance of that. I've got circled February 6th when Florida State will be at Louisville. I think both of Louisville will still possibly be undefeated by then, and it could be a chance for Florida State to give them again their first loss in conference play with the pieces that they have playing really well right now.
5th foul on Marshall. She has fouled out of the game. The leading scorer for Miami, 21 points. Went 5 for 11 from 3-point.
What a difference this game was compared to the last one for Marshall. Just had 3 points the first time these two teams met and has done a tremendous job.
Now time for tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Zaxby's, and who else but Kaya Gillespie picking up her 8th double-double of the season. An incredible job for Kaya Gillespie this afternoon and throughout the entire season.
8 for 9 from the field, extremely high percentage. Really good job being patient and finding her shots. One thing I know she'll want to do better is taking care of the basketball. Is the one thing in this game she didn't do a great job of, but rebounded and scored. Found her teammates well. Fun player to watch, and I know she has a pro career ahead of her.
Nice dump down to River Baldwin. So Florida State will hold on to win this one. Rebound for Florida State.